she can't come and die. She can't come and die. Like, hello my beautiful A-listers, and if you're new here, welcome. So Black Twitter kind of went crazy over this girl's hair in this H&M ad, and honestly, shame on you, Black Twitter. Yeah, I said it. Shame on you.
Shame!
Because we have all sorts of terrible comments about this girl's beautiful hair and how it doesn't meet the standard of beauty that they would love to see all Black women wear on their ad campaign. And this, my dear sisters and brothers, is a form of self-hate. We ourselves insult ourselves. So we've got comments like, H&M should be ashamed, so should her parents. Her texture is just fine, but you don't send a baby out with their hair undone, looking like that. Looking like that. Right. What is that? Texturists. That's what that is. So, in order to send my baby out, her hair has to be lathered in gel and her edges have to be designed into something that they aren't naturally. We are so full of it as a community. Honestly, it's tragic. Her mother should have at least put some gel on her hair to give her a more polished look. It's one thing to wear your natural hair, but it's another thing to just not do it. This is simply not done. I fault the parent, not H&M. For one thing, if H&M didn't want her to look like that, she would honestly not be in the campaign. They just wouldn't book her. Nothing is going to enter the campaign that H&M doesn't approve. So you not blaming H&M just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And as far as the mother have done, they have raised a beautiful girl who can be confident in her own skin and with the way her God-given hair grows without having to manipulate it. That is to be applauded. If more of us could do this, you would have a lot more people who appreciate their natural God-given hair texture for what it is instead of trying to make it something that is not. And just, be happy in their own skin, whether they have a wig on or whether they have gel or whether they just want to go out and have a messy bun this way and not feel like they're going to be crucified at the stake for doing so. We have another one. Honestly, I blame her parents because H&M don't want no smoke from their last screw up. They probably just took the pictures and asked no questions about her hair because people will flip it and say they're racist. No, they're not racist. You're just texturist because you don't like to see 4C hair. It doesn't give you joy. It doesn't give you peace. You have sleepless nights because you see someone 4C hair living their best life without thinking that they have to conform to your beauty standards. That's exactly what that is. It's called self-hate. And when you hate yourself, it's all a part of slavery mentality. It just makes no sense whatsoever. I'm disgusted by all these negative Twitter comments that came up. It's clear to see there's just a big part of the community that has no love for a 4C hair. They claim that, yeah, it's okay. They accept it as long as you do something with it and manipulate it into something that doesn't look like 4C hair. That they're okay with. But try and wear your hair in its own natural state. Try and wear it as a wash and go. They're going to tell you, no. Do something else with it. Slick it up into a bun and gel that sucker. So there's no traces of what it looks like naturally. We should all just let people live by loving their hair and smashing the like button. The girl's hair looked moisturized. It looked the way her hair probably looks on a daily basis without having to manipulate it. Sometimes you put gel in it and by the time they get back from the day, the hair has completely reverted. And it would look like that. But that girl has to feel safe with the fact that her hair has reverted and has gone back to its natural state without thinking that she's going to be judged by the Black hair community, by Black people, because her hair happens to look the way it does naturally. And I would go as far as to say that probably over 50% of people, I'm sure it's a lot more, have 4C textured hair. Especially where I come from. It is not the norm to have loosely textured hair. Most people have my texture of hair, but will you ever see it? Only now, like we are letting our hair out. It's just not done. You have to have it made or cover it up. It makes no sense. And I, for one, believe in loving my texture of hair and everyone loving their texture of hair, no matter what type of hair that is, especially when it's 4C hair that gets the least amount of love in the hair community, but it's probably the most popular hair type. Yeah, how does that work? It makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense.
When I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces.
It needs to change. It needs to change. My daughter is going to grow up in this world, and I would like for her to continue in her free spirit of wanting to wear her hair whichever way she likes. Sometimes she wants it slicked up, sometimes she can't be bothered and just wants to wear it in its natural state. And that should be okay. That should be okay, people. It should be okay for me to wear my hair out like this and call it a messy bun, because that's exactly what it is. If they wear their hair out like this, you call it a messy bun. If I wear my hair out like this, I didn't do my hair. Why can't we just call this a messy bun and be at peace with ourselves? Why? I love this little girl, and I hope she stays strong, and I hope her mom stays strong, and hopefully shielded her from a lot of things that were being said on Black Twitter about her. It would probably have been very, very difficult, and such a difficult time for the girl for essentially being told that she is not good enough, her hair texture is not good enough. I want that little girl to know her hair texture is good enough, it is beautiful, she is beautiful, and well done to her for doing such a fantastic job on that H&M campaign. There were some really positive tweets as well. There's nothing wrong with the child's hair. Thank you, H&M, for promoting natural hair and self-love. I'm real tired of this perfect standard. I see this differently. I have kids, so I know how hair gets. She's fine. I couldn't have said it better myself. Like, that is exactly how I feel. The worst part is you can slick the hair down. You can get it done. But by the time they get back, it's undone. She can't come and die. She can't come and die. Like we say in Nigeria, I can't come and kill myself. That's how the hair is. Let us live. Let us live, okay? And I think it's interesting because so many people have 4C texture hair, but if tomorrow they were not allowed to wear wigs, all the gels in the world ran out, there was no longer anything that you could use to change the texture of your hair, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. Like, literally, they would not be able to go out in the street. It would just be chaos because they still have that mentality where they just hate themselves, essentially, in my opinion. I have nothing against wigs. I have nothing against manipulating your hair to make it look a different way. That's what I do on my channel. But I refuse to just sit back and let everyone think it's okay to badmouth someone for refusing to conform just because they want to live their best life with their natural hair without having to slick it down and gel it down and design some baby hairs. Why can't I appreciate the way someone else's hair looks that's different to mine without hating mine? Just because you like the way certain other hair textures look doesn't mean that you have to go and insult 4C texture or textures that you don't understand. It's texturist. Yeah, that's what it is. Texturist. You're all texturists. Be sure to smash that like button because it really helps me and the YouTube algorithm get along. And destroy the subscribe button so that you can be notified of my videos like a true A-lister. Till the next one, guys. Kisses. My messy bun. My messy bun. So messy, messy, messy. So messy, messy, messy.